treating myself. Here we are then, back again. First the Scotland adventure, now a Welsh one. So same course, Help for Heroes. I'll go into that in a bit, but my god, I'm out of shape. Whew. It's been my 40th recently, so one too many celebrations, one too many donuts, one too many cakes, not enough sleep. Yes, I'll have some cheese with that wine. Yes, I need some there cream. Yes, I need to suck it up cupcake. But I am bitching about these hills already. Whew. Any thoughts of doing it as quick as I did to the Cape Wrath Trail? Gone ski. But got the train to Abergavenny, set off on the Beacons way. A few kilometres in now, so I'm just coming up Skirrid Fawr, which is the first major hill or mountain. Quite a famous mountain apparently in Wales, because apparently it got struck by lightning and an earthquake, I think, simultaneously when Christ died. Read into that what you will. I could be talking absolute baloney, but I'm sure I read that. But not a bad view, eh? Hello Wales. Hello hill. And here we go again. So I was getting itchy feet again. Dust had settled from Scotland. Got the rose tinted glasses on, thinking it weren't that bad. Instantly reminds me how bad it was. I say bad, it was great, but hard, weren't they? Bloody hard. But get to the top of Skirrid Fawr. I've only got minimal daylight hours today because I have to travel up to Hereford, get the train. So we're getting on now. But here we go again. That way, and we veer off down the mountain into the farmlands before we get to the big boys. That's the first one done. Come on. I've lost count of how many flipping stars I've had to go over already. New life in the spring. Skirrid Fawr in the background. Off we go. Bit of farmland to negotiate now. Hopefully no cows or bulls. Any hiker will tell you that cows are not the one and bulls are definitely not the one. So fingers crossed, just a few sheepy. But yeah, a bit of farmland to negotiate now, and then hopefully a stop at the Skirrid Inn, which is apparently Wales's oldest inn, over 900 years old. So might have to stop to wet the whistle there and think about where I'm going to camp tonight. Decisions. See you in a bit. Skirrid Fawr, let's come from there, across the farmland. Near to the pub now, so crack on. Hopefully wet the whistle time. But I've got to consider that daylight now, because it is getting on. I think it's gone 6 now, so yeah, make some decisions. But pub first. Hello. Oh. Gents, how are we doing? Offers Dyke, that's another one on the list, but you can see the little sign there. We go this way. We go. So, good morning. Bright and breezy start this morning. So, I got to the pub last night, wet my whistle, and it was getting dark. So I just said to the landlady, "Is there anywhere to pitch a tent around here?" So she very kindly pointed me to a field. Iron wrought gates around it. Absolute 1-star accommodation. 0-star views, but it did. It was good to let me camp, so thank you very much. And I was a bit tired last night at that point, so I just got the tent up and made some food, made a cup of tea, did my maps and for today, and went to sleep. Rock and roll. But it's just been a lot of, I mean, you can see it's beautiful countryside, but it's a lot of farmland crossing and negotiating of sheep and cows and all sorts this morning. But it's going to be a beautiful day. Factor 5,000 on for me. Sun's out, ginger's in. Be crisping up otherwise. But a little bit chilly this morning and a little bit chilly last night actually. But tested a new tent out, so treated myself to a Durston X-Mid, which was really good last night, I have to say. So easy to put up, so light, and because it's made of steel poly, it doesn't absorb water like my other tent. So just one wipe of a cloth and it was dry this morning. Excellent. So yeah, well impressed with that. But I've got to get my head down now, get the miles in. Big day today. So I want to try and just get a big dent in the miles today, so I can rest easy, knowing that I'm chipping them away. So I will catch you in a bit. So that's Herefordshire, checkpoint, Black Mountain, not Black Mountain, Brecon Beacons National Park. It is windy, really windy. Nice checkpoint. Off we go. There he goes. In a minute. That's where we're headed, over there. It is windy on the tops. Woo! A bit fresh. Down to me onesie, because it's going uphill, but it's lovely up here. You get wild ponies, wild horses. Absolute stunner up there. Got a bit breezy on the tops there. Really cold wind. Had to don the old over top, put the buff on and get a stomp on, get some body heat going. That was a bit fresh, but just seen a load, and I mean a load of cadets doing some sort of Duke of Edinburgh or something, whatever, but must have been about 100 of them, all in little groups, just kept passing them. But every single one of them was so polite, one even called me sir. That was weird. But yeah, that was really nice to see kids on the hills and actually having manners for once. That was decent. So yeah, look at this. So they're all wild up here. That's nice, isn't it? Beautiful. Not sure how friendly they are, but we'll see if they're moving up. Lovely blue eyes, their mum. So going along this ridge line today, sort of getting across there, and then we sort of go down into the valley yonder. So that'll be a good morning's work, that was, when I get there. Hopefully might be some sort of coffee shop, I don't know. If not, I'll just make myself one and have a bit of a refresh and crack on again. Try and get the miles in today while the sun's looking good. As I say, it's not quite 10 o'clock yet, so I'll have to put the factor 5,000 on, as I alluded to earlier, otherwise I'll crisp up, spontaneously combust. Don't want that. But it's kind of officially making our way into the national park now, so the views should get spectacular from here, especially with the weather the way it is. Very, very lucky, very lucky. So let's ridgeline it to the pit. That there is Clanthony. I think I've pronounced that right, but don't ask me to rename the ruin. Don't ask me to pronounce the ruin, because I cannot remember. Welsh names are hard enough when you're staring at them. Trying to remember them is a whole different ball game. Nice morning's walk, that. A woodpecker in the distance. Here he is, she is. But down to the ruins, have a little break, I think. Hungry. Definitely time to put the sunscreen on. Yeah, nice horse paddocks. Lovely valley. We came from over yonder. Snack time. Boom. Malbach. Double check which way we're going. Seen enough of these bloody styles. No need to check. The ends way. That's my Welsh accent for you. My one and done. off we go. Bit of a steep one now, I think. So, good job. I had some food, put some sunscreen on, and a chug of water. Water's actually been really hard to come by so far. That's the first sort of water source I've seen since I started this bloody thing. So, good job. I've sort of put 3 litres in the bag. I did get some at the pub last night as well, to be fair, but restocked and everything. But yeah, not good for water so far. So hopefully when we get into actual proper beacons there'll be a bit more, but when the weather's like this everything dries up anyway, so be a bit careful, I think. Anyway, off we go. There's that plane again. So I came up that ridge line, there's the priory, and then just come around, follow this river all the way sort of around, and now we go up. Bit of a steep ascent now for a bit, I think. So get his legs pumping, time to treat yourself. Let's do it. Some burns here. Quite a view. Every time on the top, bloody windy. Trail legs on that, always takes a while to settle in. Your pre-match nerves and your nav pressure and all that sort of stuff. Just you haven't done it for a while, and it just dissipates, and you just feel entirely relaxed in the zone. So I know what awaits now. We've got a few mountains, like really cool mountains, like Tabletop Mountain and stuff, and then we've got the Central Beacons. Probably tomorrow or the day after, and then you go into a really remote section followed by the Western Beacons. So I think it's 17 mountains in total that you do, so it's quite high level going, but so far the terrain has been okay. It's just my fitness, but we'll work on that. Suck it up, Cupcake. Suck it up. Medic! White one. Very nice. Good afternoon, ladies. How art thou today? Brush your hair. Good afternoon. Old church. On the way. Breathe in. I've been going for nearly 5 hours now, so here's the midday sun. So I think I'm going to have a breather. That's exactly what I'm going to do. think we go up. Let's just have a look. Going up again. Thought I'd show you what it's actually like. Terrain's fine. It's just a slope. When you get on those exposed tops, oh my god, is it windy. Proper gusts. No, sideways. So, up we go. Can't moan, chose to do it. Just had to cross that bridge which has been swept. Must have been some floods. It's been swept to the side, so fortunately, like I said, that's where it's supposed to be. There, so I've just come across. There was a few stones and that, so piece of cake really, nothing like Scotland. So just having a drink spray now, just filtering some water, and then one more big push to Crick Howell. And that'll be 2 stages in one day then, so that'll be decent, so I can basically find a place to camp as soon as I get to Crick Howell. But tired now, my legs are feeling it, so one more mountain, one more push, hence the water, get over that bad boy, down into Crick Howell, have some food, and then look at the map, see where I can pitch a tent. See you in a bit. One more big push. Hey, look at this. The cheese. Van. Windy. Tabletop. Completed it. Find somewhere to camp. Because I am bushwhacked. It's a marathon. That's the marathon. So good morning, or should I say good mid-morning. Been on the go for a bit now, and I am now heading up the backside of the central beacons. So beautiful waterfalls, stunning scenery. Come from yonder, that way. I think that heads towards like Taffecken, sort of Taffecken Forest. There's a park thing. I think I've been there before. But essentially what I'm doing now is I'm going into the busier side, the central beacons, and I'm heading up the back end of, as the English call it, Fanny Big, but the Welsh pronounce it Bannau Brycheiniog, I think, or whatever. So basically in this part of the beacons, they're all called fans. There's loads of fanny. Excuse the pun. But I'm heading up this steep git now for a couple of K, and essentially just need to get to Fanny Big, and then I get rewarded with some stunning scenery, like one of the most spectacular views in the beacons, which is essentially Cribbin, Fanny Big, Cribbin and Pen y Fan. And obviously Pen y Fan now is a very popular mountain, so I'm expecting to see a lot of people up there today, and unfortunately, because of all the dick parades are out these days, a lot of litter too. Already seen a fair bit down there in the car park, which is a disgrace. I never understand that. Carry it in, carry it out, leave no trace. How hard is it? But there you go. Anyway. First sighting of the big boys, Corndee and Benevan. So that's the real central beacons. Marks the sort of halfway point of this whole Beacons Way thing. But yeah, I won't do much filming on there today because nobody wants to see any more videos of Pennyfan. God, it's all over everywhere these days, and I kind of need to get my head down and make the miles up again today. So careful balance today. I'll just slowly up the hills and then make haste on the downhills. But check that out for a view. Hey, it's nice to know that you've come from over yonder. But some beastly valleys these. Obviously nothing as dramatic as Scotland or the Lake District, but they still command respect, as I found out with a bit of heat stroke. Breezy to get on top, as always. Wind has been pretty brutal this entire trip, to be fair. Warm, but definitely hooly. Woo! Look at that for a view. I think that's called Pontiskull or something reservoir. I can't hope I pronounced that alright, Pontiskull or something. But yeah, stunner. Sun's coming out now. And this wind, I've decided it's the wind that did me. That's why I got a bit of heat stroke, because it is actually really bloody hot when that wind stops. But the wind just disguises it, just licks any of the heat away, so you think you're alright, and then bam, oh Ginger Stewie, not in a good way. Anyway, enough of that now. Let's put out to bed, because this is bloody beautiful. Bloody beautiful. But it's a bit breezy on top there, as usual. Nice little grass track now, all the way to Bannau Brycheiniog. So might stop and have a flapjack there, because it is a stunning view. That is, when you overlook, when you're on Bannau Brycheiniog, or you can, and you look across the Cribben and Pennyfan, it is a stunner. But yeah, you know you're getting popular place now, getting to a popular place, because look at that. Honestly, what a dick. I'll put that away, shall I? Right, so stunning scenery, but this is where it gets really busy, and as you can see, I've got a bit of a trek now. So obviously got Bannau Brycheiniog, Cribben, Pennyfan, Corndee down the other side. So what I'm going to do is put the camera away and just get this bit done, because everyone's seen this part of the Beacons. Like I say, anyone who's anyone in the sort of hiking world knows that Pennyfan is Pennyfan now. It's one of the busiest mountains in Wales. So I am just going to get this done. See thee in a bit. Check out this for headroom. I'm sat bolt upright as well, so it's a quality tent. So sleeping bag's just lofting up. I'm sitting on my sit pad. I haven't actually put my blow up pad up yet, anything like that. I literally just got in. So yeah, got tons of room in this tent. It's a one-man tent, but like tons of room for your bag. Like you can stand up if you really wanted to. 2 vestibules, so whichever side the wind's coming from, So if the wind's coming from that side, which it is, I'm going to cook this side tonight into the sun. So that's top notch. Really rated it so far. So I think it's the new X-Mid version 2, 3 or whatever it is. This year's one anyway. So yeah, seen them about and I thought, you know what, I want something light. So, and it's been absolutely mega. It's like 700 grams or whatever it is. And for a double wall tent, that's pretty amazing. But the biggest shout out goes to these boots. These boots have seen me through Scotland, so Cape Wrath Trail, Scotland with Anna on the half the Cape Wrath Trail, and now the Beacons Way. Not one blister. I know people go for like trainers these days and stuff, and they go, boots this, boots that, but these are legit good. Super flexible here. Got some trainer technology in them, apparently. They're Altberg, but they're honestly amazing. So they are the unsung heroes. But I haven't really filmed a lot today. Obviously you saw the last bit was on the Brecon Beacons, the central beacons, and it was a windy as. So it was just head down, get it done. Those peaks were absolutely mayhem with the wind. And obviously the central beacons are the central beacons. Everybody's seen them now, so you didn't really want to see me filming myself on that like everybody else does. So yeah, got over the other side, met a lovely couple, and I met another lad, a Royal Marine called Ollie, so he was sound. So yeah, hiked with those guys for a bit, so didn't do much filming today, just got it all done. But there was a wicked bit when you get over the central beacons and come behind. I'm not going to name it because I don't like naming things on there, but honestly it was that's a wicked section. Really cool. Nutritious and delicious. Grubs up.